was batting that difficult? Were conditions aiding the bowlers way more than the batters, or has this been a slightly below par batting performance effort by the Indians?
Both. A bit of a below par batting performance for sure, but also at the start, the pitch was doing a lot for the fast bowlers. Like the ball that Samson got out, people will say, oh, he backed away to hit a shot. Was it a big risk at the start? But the ball seemed, and then you could see how Coetzee bowled as well up front. There was enough for the fast bowlers. It was good to see South Africa come back and not do the same mistakes. They went with an all-out pace kind of feeling throughout the power play, which worked for them. And then when you have only 7 batters, you're always going to play catch up. If you lose 3 wickets in the power play, India had to slow down their tempo. We had a run out at an awkward time when we just thought Akshar Patel could manage something special here, put everything in a nutshell. I think it was a mix of everything. Good bowling, some ordinary batting, but most importantly, the lack of batting, that also takes a big part.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Zach, you and I discussed this in the com box as well. The fact of how, as a fast bowler, you're very happy. That there was a little grass on the pitch, it was overhead conditions. Markram didn't make the same mistakes, just got pace up front to India, and that troubled them.
Yeah, and they got wickets as well. On a day where you don't get wickets, then things can become tough for you. But what Indian team, I think, really need to answer to themselves rather than anyone else is that how do you want to play if you lose wickets up front? Look, we've seen from this team, when you don't lose wickets, they're going to go really hard up front.
Yeah.
What happens if you lose wicket? Are you looking at, if you don't mind being all out at the end of 20 overs, but just keep the intent going, keep the flow going, or you're going to alter gears and then, suss the situation, take the various things into account and judge that one particular innings on its own in isolation. That's something which they have to sit together and answer for themselves. Because if you've lost 6 wickets, then you can't be at 124.
Yeah.
If you all out on 124, you still accept it. You say, okay, fine, we've decided that we're going to play in this fashion. We're going to be aggressive, we're going to be attacking. And there are going to be days when we're going to fall short. We're going to take more risk, but it's going to be a continuous process. So whether you're going to do it for 20 overs or you want to be looking at games in isolation, that's the question. And it's a tough question, I know.
Yeah.
But once you simplify that thing for yourself, things will ease out as you move forward.
I love that, actually. That's such a valid point, that if you are going hammer and tongs, then it doesn't matter if you're even 10 runs short and you're all out, because then you've stuck true to your intent. Has this been a bit of a mishmash of thought? Because you see, there's just nowhere in that DK. Zach makes a really valid point, that how you 6 down on 124.
I actually didn't look at it like that itself. I think it's a terrific point, because if you see the other 3 phases post the power play, they have lost 1 wicket each. So you can argue saying, did they bat with great intent? If they've just scored at under 5 in a couple of the phases, then why didn't we lose more wickets? So what has gone wrong there? I think it's a case of they have tried to rebuild the innings, lost the wicket, and when they really wanted to get going, it wasn't Hardik's day. None of his shots worked out the way he would have liked. B, also some high quality bowling by Coetzee and Jansen right at the back end, knowing that the only batter that they're going to bowl majority of the balls to, but still not giving him much to work with. Well done to them. So overall, it was a performance which, as a batting unit, you look and go, where are the areas we can get better? Yes, probably up top. You don't want to be losing that many wickets in the power play. But then in case we lose, we hold back, but then keep pushing as much as possible with good intent through the next phases.